Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. And he's brought down.
Let's go. Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money. Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7, Panthers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They fake the give. Newton. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. to throw. It's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And Crosby puts it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. Yep.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Second and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. On second down now, it's Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. To throw is Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Derek Brown able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The kick by Crosby is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 and enemy territory. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here we go on 4th. Newton. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Troy Pride. And the Panthers are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Newton to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability. Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On second down, it's Jones. They find some open field here. 20. Touchdown, Packers. You think about the great running backs in the game today. I don't know if Aaron Jones is a name that comes immediately to mind, but it should, evidenced by that run there. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Panthers 20, Panthers nothing. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 16. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Newton. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make it 3rd down. Here's Newton. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that's going to make it 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Airing it out deep for Smith. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big connection on that one, 34 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Ian Thomas there to make the grab.
And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7.
Next to score, Packers 20, Panthers 7. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they were terrific in the 1st half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down.
Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Adams.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Now Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That'll make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
2nd down and goal. Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Packers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points. And now here is another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he'll take this back down inside the 20. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws...
And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From his goal line here, Newton. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
2nd and 10. At their 48-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Hassan Reddick getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field.
Mike 4. Man, I got you.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any. These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Rodgers throwing here. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers going to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown.
Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
Crosby with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.